During the early 2000s, back in my formative years, a wise man once shared some advice that truly helped shape an entire generation. And I'd like to share that advice with you guys right now because when it comes to making gains at the gym, these are words to live by.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
I know it's a joke, but like at the same time, guys, it's kind of sad. It's like you all have been on Instagram and you've seen these videos. And at first, I was excited to make this video because I want to talk about some really serious stuff about keeping fitness simple. But the more I started to investigate and look for these new science-based guys and these crazy exercises that they're doing, the more they started popping up, and the more concerned I started to become. Like in the beginning, I'm like, haha, this is gonna be funny. Now I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, oh my god, like we have a really serious problem with this generation and how they think about training because they are taking it to an extreme that we should have never gotten to. Okay, it started with hiding behind science as a brand identity, which is what Jeff Nippard does, which is what Mike Israetel does, right? And then we moved into phase two, which is going full retard, which is these videos here. And I have quite a few of these we're going to look at. So strap in, it's going to get wild. But before we do, just to recap, for those of you who might be new subscribers to my channel, the way I got to almost 3 million subscribers is because I focus on educational content first. I have close to 1 billion views across all of my videos, and all of my content that's educational and teaching how to do exercises. If you go to my main channel page here and scroll down, I have playlists for all of these videos, hundreds of videos, how to do machine and cable exercises, how to do barbell and dumbbell, how to do body weight exercises. It's all there, and it's evergreen content. And what I focus on is proper form and full range of motion so that you guys can interchange these exercises and actually get growth in the gym, right? So just in case you're new here, I want you to know that these videos do exist. And if you're having a hard time searching for exercises, literally just go to my channel and you can search for them here. They're all there, right? But what really kicked off this video was Jeff's recent video really irritated me. And I know it's been a couple weeks since he posted it, right? And he's not getting as much flack as Mike Israetel, although 7,500 dislikes for Jeff is still a lot. But this video is called I Cut My Workouts in Half, and maybe you should too. And it's a 20-minute long video where he did like a 100-day test on himself to see if training with less volume was going to give him more progress. And it was all basically orchestrated to sell his new min-max program after Jeff has literally been teaching train with a lot of volume for the past, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years, however long he's been on YouTube, right? And it's very misleading because then he posts this, day 1, day 100, showing the differences in his physiques, okay? Someone who's been in fitness as long as I have, you show me a photo like this based on what he said in his video, which was he basically said that I get, halfway through my workout, I don't take it serious, I'm on my phone, I talk to people, I don't look forward to my training, I don't look forward to pushing my limits because there was too much volume. You're basically taking a guy who went from half-assing his training kind of like shit, to locking in because he had to do less work, okay? Yeah, that's what happens when you lock in. You could have gone back to your original program with the high volume, locked in, and you still would have looked like you did here on day 100 because you locked in. Like, that is the only difference here. I train with a lot of volume. I love training with a lot of volume. In fact, my drop set programs were basically raised an entire generation. And I know it worked because I would go to the Arnold Classic and I would go to the Olympia every year for 13 years and see all the dudes that grew up watching my content get bigger than me. And so the program that I'm talking about that's still a staple for me today is my 5-day bodybuilding split right here. Any program you enjoy doing is going to be the program that gives you the best results, right? Obviously, there are some factors that need to be there, right? Like sets and reps and certain exercises. But the program you enjoy the most, whether it's push-pull legs, upper-lower split, 5-day bodybuilding split, the one that you can focus on and push your hardest is the one that's going to give you the best results. And for me, it's always been the 5-day bodybuilding split. And I don't care if I'm in the gym for 2 hours or 3 hours, right? The gym is a place where I go to decompress, have fun, work on myself, and push my limits. If my chest and triceps workout takes me an hour and 20 minutes, great. If I'm still at the gym and I'm feeling amazing and I want to continue, I want to hit some abs, I want to do some cardio, sure, I will be at the gym for probably 2 to 3 hours. And then my wife will be like, "Where the hell are you? Get your ass home." I'm like, "Oh shit." Because that's really the only thing that changes as you get older is you just get more responsibilities. So this whole video that Jeff did about, his program and cutting his training in half, he's just a dude who grew up, has more responsibilities, can't dedicate as much time to enjoying his workouts like he used to. So he had to switch it up. And that's fine. But that's not what he said to sell his program, okay? My generation, dude, was just built different, okay? Even our shaker cups didn't have spouts on top. You just had to open that up and hope to God it didn't spill all over your face. And this is actually the first shaker cup that I got when I was 14 years old. I've held on to it from Max Muscle. And I just got a whiff of it from here. Holy crap. Let me close that. I don't want to pass out on video, although it would be hilarious. But anyways, diving back into the topic, what I'm starting to notice is that people are catching on and they're kind of getting sick of all the science-based bullshit, okay? With Jeff and Mike, it's not as bad. They're just kind of showing new exercises and trying to pretend like they're better than the basics and what works. But you're starting to see a lot more videos like this popping up on socials, especially with Reels and TikToks, right? So Jeff doing like this, laying on the floor, lat pull down. I mean, whatever the hell he's doing, stupid. Just go to lat pull down machine or go start doing pull-ups, right? And you'll see a lot of these same exercises over and over again being shown. But this one I thought was funny. Jeff Nippard hasn't talked about this yet because the science is too new, but trust me, the studies are coming. El Capion, you guys have seen this guy. I'm surprised he's still alive. I'm surprised his limbs are still attached to his body. I'm surprised his tendons haven't snapped off. This guy probably Jeff should reach out to and do a study on him to see how he's still alive. But it was interesting because a random video popped up for me on El Capion yesterday. This is from August 11th, and he's doing a deadlift. And for all the crazy stuff that he does, he can still barely deadlift like 365, right? And he has to bounce the weight off the ground in order to do it. So the man has insane tendons and joints because they just haven't snapped off yet. But clearly the training he's doing isn't working. And then we move on to Mike Israetel. I didn't know how bad it was with Mike. I never really followed his content until all of this started unfolding. And you're just seeing the weird stuff that he does in the gym. And there's this trend right now where everyone calls him Bub or Bubba. And they're like multi-billion-dollar gym and Bubba's doing calisthenics, right? This video right here. Oh, this was another Jeff Nippard one. Toji Fit, checkmate Jeff Nippard, hanging upside down doing cable tricep extensions. The scientific-based training community is becoming a joke. And I don't think the entire science-based community should be considered a joke because clearly we need to do research to see what works the best in order to make gains and lose fat, right? But this is what it's turned into because when you're just making videos for the sake of making videos for content and you're slapping scientific studies all over your screen so fast with cherry-picked information that people can't even read them, this is unfortunately what you get, right? These videos are all over my timeline right now. I wonder if Dr. Mike is doing the same tricep extensions at the moment, with the arched back and leaning forward and the leg straight. Here's another one. This kid, I can't even believe he was able to get his body to look like that. He looks like Pickle from Baki, actually, doesn't he? He looks like Pickle from Baki here with the arch he has in his back. These ones are funny. I want to look like a fitness influencer. And then it turns into, I should have specified. These guys are getting dragged through the mud. But again, this is just phase one. Phase one was hiding behind science as a brand identity, okay? Phase two that we're entering now is literally finding any reason to not do the basics. It's like they're almost trying to, I'm finally bigger and stronger than Mike Metzer. They're trying to reinvent the wheel for what I thought at first was views, but these people, they really believe all the stuff that they're saying to be true, and that they're going to make more gains than the best bodybuilders in the world because they understand science better than us, and they understand how to recruit more units, more motor units.
I do 10 sets of arms in my full body session, so let's go through what I
Again, look how big these guys are too as I'm showing you these videos.
do. Starting off, I do a kneeling supinated grip unilateral push down.
So in case you don't know, because I didn't know until I started looking into this more, the reason why they hold a handle in their hand, even though it's attached to nothing, they call it the Bluetooth handle, right? And because you're squeezing it so hard, you're recruiting more motor units and you're getting better activation. That's why you see that in all these videos, just to clarify. Because I didn't know. I had to look it up.
With a Bluetooth D handle and seat belt
Bluetooth D handle.
for more stability. A push down is going to bias the long head of the triceps, and it seems to have greater activation using a supinated grip, and a Bluetooth D handle also can help increase activation as well. Then I do recline curls to bias the biceps, and straight into it, no change of setup, I do preacher curls to bias the brachialis. Then I do Newton supinations to target some different areas of the biceps compared to a normal curl. Lastly, a top half range of motion reverse curl for the brachioradialis. One thing I did learn though is to prevent this thing from wobbling is just press your leg up against it. So yeah, 7.
You went full retard, man.
They are overcomplicating fitness so much that it's impacting their ability to just go to the gym and lift heavy, okay? My generation growing up, I know a lot of you guys watching my videos, you know what we did? We watched Goku turn Super Saiyan after Krillin explodes, get hyped up, throw on some more DBZ AMVs, put some good music on, and then we just go to the gym and train as hot as we could, full range of motion, as heavy as we could, with our workout bros, and that was that. And we made tremendous progress. We made tremendous gains. These kids that are out here teaching all of this stuff, like, they're not making any sort of gains that would impress anyone other than other kids that are trying to make the same content. Like, look at all of these guys. And they also talk about range of motion, right? They're all about stability to recruit more motor units. And they talk about having range of motion basically being useless. Oh yeah, let me show you this one. Holding your arm down with a band. It's like, why not just do a single arm dumbbell overhead extension if you're really worried about stability and targeting your triceps properly and hitting that long head, right? Like, it's overcomplicated for absolutely no reason. Here, this one right here. How you lift when you realize range of motion doesn't matter. It's literally completely arbitrary. Let me explain something to you guys, okay? I might not have a scientific study to present to you, but I do have 28 years of practicing what I preach on YouTube and practicing what I teach on YouTube, as well as clients that I've trained in the gym since I was 18 years old, okay? I started training in the gym seriously when I was 14. That's when I started working at a local Gold's gym. And I was raised by all the big dudes in the gym. There was no YouTube, and we had bodybuilding magazines, but it was like, I saw dudes in the gym that were bigger than me. I wanted to learn how to get big. They showed me how to work out, and it was doing crazy shit like, old school exercises, compound lifts, buddy curls, supersets, drop sets, all the good stuff, and I made tremendous progress. Now I'm 41 years old. I don't have any serious injuries. I can still train heavy. My joints are fine. I can still run. I can jump. I have a functional body that is strong. And the reason why range of motion is crucial, and it's something that I have been teaching ever since I started my channel, I've always taught proper form, full range of motion, is because any range of motion, it's not rocket science. Any range of motion that you do not train in, you will always have weakness in. It's a simple concept to understand. I don't get how these kids don't understand that, right? You see it all the time. Dudes that get injured when they squat or when they bench press, right? It's because if you're training, let's say bench press, and all you do is half reps and you never bring that barbell down to your chest for full range of motion, okay? And you start working your way up, you get really strong, and now you're hitting like 225 for reps, okay? It's that one time where you go too low when you're too fatigued and you drop below that 90 degrees that you're more than likely going to tear your chest because your chest has never felt 225 below 90 degrees. You are weak in that range. That's why you guys see me when I do my squats. I always go ass to grass. Another benefit of training in full range of motion, especially as you're lifting heavy, is it's almost like you're stretching the muscle at the same time. It's a dynamic stretch, and your tendons and your joints are also never going to stiffen up because they've always go through the full range of motion. My massage therapist that works on me every couple weeks, he works on professional athletes, he works on WWE wrestlers, and he's told me time and time again that out of all of the athletes he works on, that my joints and my tendons feel the most healthy, and it's because I train full range of motion even when I'm doing heavy weight. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a time for half reps and things like that. They do have their place, but like to never train full range of motion and to do really stupid stuff like this, it's like, bro, just grab a barbell and do reverse curls the right way. The way that these guys train, it's like they're trying to isolate specific muscles so hard. Here's another Bluetooth D handle, right? Doing the lat pull down here. There's another guy here doing the lat pull down with the straps connected to his elbows, right? Science-based lifting is getting out of hand. Here's the thing, guys, right? When I do my workouts and I do something, let's use the lat pull down as an example. When I do the lat pull down, I go in thinking, okay, this is a great exercise for me to target my lats, okay? And other benefits are I'm going to work my forearms, I'm going to work my grip strength, I'm going to get some biceps activation. Like those are additional benefits to doing this exercise, being able to target all these other muscle groups while also hitting your lats hard. If you want me to be honest, I think a lot of this started because you see a lot of these guys, they look like beginners. They're super skinny, right? We're going to watch this video after because it's hilarious. We'll use this guy as an example, right? Does anybody want to take this idea and make it into an actual product? Like, bro, I can't even fit my arm in that foam roller because I've actually made gains in progress. That's the point I'm trying to make. A lot of these dudes, they're beginners. They don't quite have the mind-muscle connection to target the major body parts without feeling it in their arms or legs first, right? So like a lot of these guys, they might try to do like a bench press and they're like, oh man, my arms are getting way more tired before I even feel it in my chest. Or I'm doing a lat pull down. Oh my gosh, my biceps are killing me. I can't even feel this exercise in my lats yet. There must be a better way. And then they start inventing all this stupid stuff that I'm showing you guys, when in reality, all it is just mind-muscle connection. It takes a little bit of time. This is part of the learning curve. This is part of the excitement of going to the gym. And as a new person in the gym, that day you can finally go train your back and your arms don't feel like they're going to fall off first. It's because you've made incredible leaps in strength. And now you have the ability, the mind-muscle connection to target certain areas of your body. And you learn how to do things, right? Like if you wanted to focus more on your lats when doing a lat pull down, you guys know, just try to use a thumbless grip and keep your hands more like hooks so you can get more of that lat activation and take your biceps out of the movement. The extremes that these kids are going to, it's just so out of control. And then you see stuff like this. This video is so funny. Science-based lifters on shoulder day. And he goes, maybe you should try it, okay? Now, keep in mind that when he does this movement, you're going to see, and this is why these kids don't get it, right? The stack goes up, and then once he gets to about half the range of motion and goes from here to here, the stack doesn't move because he's no longer lifting the stack. And this video was still posted on the internet for everybody to see. Watch the stack when he goes here to here. It doesn't move. Here, there to there. Doesn't move. The top range of motion, nothing is happening. And this is what we're seeing more and more of. Guys, just stick to the basics. Dorian Yates said it best. Let's let him cook.
People want to think it's technical, like there's a magic number of sets. Oh, like 6 sets is better than 5. It's all bollocks, yeah? It's all about the intensity, so it's not how many sets you do. If you do one wanky set, then you can do 10, 100 wanky sets, and I'm going to do anything. It's the quality, it's the intensity, it's your body saying momentarily, this is like, I'm not used to this stress, I need to like reinforce myself so I can tolerate this stress in the future. And you know, obviously, and just try and stress it more, yeah? Well, we can't do this continually. That's probably something that people miss about my training. 6 to 8 weeks, and then you need to do what deload they call it now. Just, you know, a couple of weeks lighter training and an occasional week off, totally. 2 or 3 times a year, you should take a week off, like no training, just for the nervous system and so on, you know? Because it gets taxed in on your whole system after a bit, and it tends to hit a wall. In my experience, 6 to 8 weeks is like the max that you can go, and then you tend to like hit a plateau or get a bit overtrained or something. So then you dip down for a bit and pump some blood round and have a regroup, have a rest and go again. Fatigue, that's a nice word, isn't it? Fatigue.
He dropped so many knowledge bombs in there, and maybe some of you guys don't know exactly what he's talking about. That's why the way I design all my programs is they're 12-week programs, and then you take time off, and then you hit them again. And the reason being is because, and what he was talking about, sure, he was talking about fatigue. He was, talking about letting your central nervous system, relax. You can come back even stronger. What I tell people is after, 12 weeks or so, right? Even sometimes 6 to 8, it really depends on your fitness level. You should take 7, 12, up to a max of 14 days off from the gym, where maybe you just do some light training and you focus more on cardio and abs or whatever, but you take that time off from the gym so you can resensitize your muscles to muscle damage and start growing again. I've made videos about this in the past. What ends up happening as you're lifting weights, your body doesn't know it's lifting weights. It just knows it's doing a thing. That thing is hard. I have to get stronger to make that thing easier to do. And then when you stop doing that thing for a couple weeks and come back, you've now resensitized your muscles to muscle damage. Your central nervous system has recovered, and you all have experienced this, whether it's because you had work or school, an injury, or whatever it might be, something that took you away from training for a couple weeks. You know that first week back is going to be torture, and you're not even going to train as hard as you did before you stopped, but you know you're going to be twice as sore. That's because you've resensitized your muscles to muscle damage. It's a very important step in terms of making gains. These are the types of things that science can teach us to help us make more gains in the gym. Not do whatever the heck these kids are doing, strapping all kinds of weird stuff, inventing new exercises. This just popped up on my feed, 100-pound reverse curl. Did you see his shoulder, dude? I thought his shoulder was gonna fly through my phone and hit me in the face and break my nose. Like, bro, please stop. And I want to end this video with one more absolute gold nugget from Dorian Yates. Let's take a listen.
Mistake. Oh, I'm going to change my routine every 4 or 6 weeks. Well, your body doesn't know which exercise it's doing. It just knows how hard it's working. And if it's working beyond its normal capacity, then it has to adapt to that. Myself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lee Haney, Ronnie Coleman do the same exercises day in and day out. Because they're the exercises that work. You want big legs, you've got to do leg press or squats. You want a big back, you've got to do bent over rows. That's it.
And that's why I decided to take the time in the beginning of this video to show you. Go to my main page, scroll down, learn how to do the basics. The basics will always work. Understand that we are now in the world of social media. There are algorithms that we need to hit. These algorithms require daily content being created. And so what happens? There's only a finite amount of exercises that truly work in order to build muscle. So what ends up happening? You start to make up dumb stuff because you need content to post on the daily. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret, okay? A lot of these people, these fitness influencers that you follow that are posting their workouts every single week, and it seems like their workout is changing every single week, what they do is they go to the gym, they do the program that works, that they've probably been doing for the last 5 to 10 years, and then they quickly film some bullshit for you when they have a pump. And you gobble it all up because you want to believe that there's this like secret out there that everybody knows besides you, but in reality, what the secret is keep it simple, stupid when it comes to your training.